What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be spectating random players in Fortnite Zero Build, talking about what they do well, what they could do differently, and just the game overall in its current state. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below what you would rank or rate Season 3 out of 10, because we do currently have only 2 weeks left in Season 3 as of the time I'm recording this video, which is kind of crazy. And also, right now, there's massive FPS problems on PC, seemingly regardless of the player. Like, I was having weird performance issues today, and I saw a lot of other people kind of reporting that they were having the same problem. So if there's any other, like, if there's any, like, weird, like, stutters or, like, glitches or problems like that during the course of this video, that may be on Fortnite's end. But my game was, like, you know, freezing for, like, periods of time randomly, and it was rough. Going pleasant this game, I guess, just because the Machinist is over here, Brutal is over here as well, so I feel like this area of the map is going to be decently populated, but also like populated by players who want to get the medallions and be a little more active in the match. Hey, bro. I feel like every time I sit down to record one of these spectating videos, people always have like sympathy for me off spawn. But when I actually play the game, it's on site. So we're going to be on board with Riva here. Hitting shotgun headshots constantly. There they go. They have nothing to swap to. Or actually, they do have something to swap to. As soon as I think they hit the first shot and then waited for the second shot because like the timing was kind of weird and then went for it. But after that second shot didn't hit, I feel like you just swap to the SMG there and you get that kill basically for free. Like the player not swapping weapons definitely made that fight a little bit harder than it needed to be. And if you're using a shotgun like the Gatekeeper shotgun or the Combat shotgun, you don't really have to worry about swapping, but with the pump, you definitely do. What's going on with the medallions? Neither have been claimed yet. So personally, if I was in this player's shoes, I would want to get some EMPs, hopefully some sort of mobility item, and then go for the boss area. And you could definitely fight the boss without EMPs to get that medallion. But the reason why I would want them is because, like, if I arrived there and someone just eliminated the boss and they get in the car and leave, having EMPs help with that. The bow can also help, but it's less of, like, an immediate, just, like, snap car counter. And this is what I was talking about. This is just what has been going on today while playing this game. It just freezes for a period of time, and then yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but that is what's been happening to me all day. And my experience, I would think that's like a me problem, but a lot of people have been reporting the same thing, oddly enough. So that's great to experience. I hope that player also wasn't experiencing that in the moment. The fight going on over there, I would think he wants to get involved in this. He's relatively healthy, and if you can capitalize on other people fighting and take advantage of that, that's going to make the fight a lot easier for you than if you give that player time to like heal up, reload their weapon, just kind of like reset their mental, you know, not be like too focused on the fight that they just had. Purple Gatekeeper there, that's huge. I'm like worried that because this player has a treasure map in his inventory, and I feel like that's like not really that useful of an item. Like, I don't want to watch them go and get the treasure map, you know? Shots are okay, but yeah, you need to get in position here because he doesn't have any mobility. So even if they dropped down and fought with like how far away he was, they could have maybe got away. 145. Nice, get that elimination. I was gonna say he might want to swap weapons. Let's get in there with the Combat AR. Now he has a shield medallion, which is awesome for him, and the Mythic Combat AR, which I know is one of the more sought after mythics. The Brutal medallion has been taken though. That player is probably going to be on their way here. I feel like when Brutal Beachhead medallion and Machinist medallion are like close enough in proximity, like they usually end up fighting, which is good if you are the one that initiates that. You end up getting both medallions, or if you're in the area and you can third party it, that also, you know, makes it a lot easier for you to end up getting double medallion. But yeah, I'm not really sure what this player... Like, it seems like they're concerned about getting the treasure map because they're just wandering around in this field. But I don't really know how that's going to benefit them too much. Because if you guys don't know, we had the treasure map item in the past, which gave you pretty good loot. The treasure map item we have this season gives you a flintlock pistol, a ghost pirate ship, and some big pots. And, you know, big pots are great, but I'm not going to go so far out of my way to get some big pots. And I don't really care to carry the flintlock or the ghost in a... ghost ship and a bottle item. Let's see what's going on with the other medallion. They might be making their way kind of here. They're still in that area though. Or like Nitro Dome is also an area where like the medallions kind of congregate. But to me, that one is like the least important. I would, yeah, okay. I was about to say, I would definitely drop that treasure map for the Nitro. I would still continue to carry the Nitro here because it doesn't have a single mobility item. And like I said, I just don't see the treasure map being very impactful. Can't get the forecast tower. I personally don't care as much about getting the forecast tower this season because of how much mobility there is in the game with like the gloves and everything. I feel like just knowing zone ahead of time, it's still an advantage, but like if you get a good spot in zone, I feel like it matters less when there's really good mobility in the game. Now he got the pirate ship item. And all the while this player has kind of had a target on their back too. I kind of wanted to switch off them, though. I don't know what they're doing. We can be on board with fresh ramen using the Magneto. A potato. 8083. There are some decent players in this game, though. Like, names I recognize. This is a brutal fight. Those are 2 AI fighting. I don't think this player has the medallion. This player is also digging up a chest. Oof. Playing Car Royale into the Magneto. I feel like that is like the iconic duo of like recent times this season. It's just like somebody really fixated on playing a car. You destroy their car, EMP their car, and then they get out with the Magneto gloves. Let's see what Phantom's doing. Still just in Pleasant Piazza. Now he has apples. I'm not sure if he's trying to do some sort of challenges. So maybe we can spectate trash. I know. They're waiting outside. Reckless. Doing who knows what. I'm very surprised. He just took so much fall damage for no reason. I'm very surprised this player has been able to be here. Maybe, is there like a challenge to eat consumables for shield or something? HP? One of the players I recognize just got eliminated. This player has no mobility. And the Magneto thing is incredible. Really powerful. But when it's most powerful, I think, is if you can like shockwave up or glove up and then shoot down with it. Like any area of effect weapon is just so much easier to use when you're above your opponent shooting down. So once again, the game froze. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me during that. Okay. Yeah, I really don't know of like what the recording perspective is when that's going on. But yeah, that is what it's been like to play Fortnite today. You've seen it happen already multiple times during this match. He's gonna go for the bunker here. What I was trying to say is like this player's ability to like spam the Magneto would get a lot better if they get a mobility item. So going for the bunker here is a very good play, I think. I think there's somebody else. He saw that car, and I believe he thinks they're driving up to the bunker. He's just going to bait it. They should know that he's here, though, because that car was just there, and they may have seen him on the hill. Dang, he hits a shot, but, like, the Deadpool didn't go down there. Best case scenario for this lady, I think, would have been the Deadpool goes down into the bottom, and she hits the shot on him. Okay, we're going to be on board with Peanut. But if the Deadpool had already committed to going down those stairs, then they could have just fired the Magneto down into the bunker and hit some splash damage and then pushed that fight from there. Like, I feel like that Deadpool actually got really lucky that they didn't end up going down the stairs that early. Now they're getting third-partied. But Cactus do respawn. Last weekend they made it to where Cactus no longer respawn in the desert, but that was just for FNCS. So this Monday, they ended up making it to where Cactus respawn again. That's an AI, which is not good to be fighting because we know there's a player that was over there that knew about this Deadpool. I do like that he killed the AI and then immediately looked for the third party though. Like he knew that this is where someone would likely be coming from. I think that player went down into the bunker, that would be my guess. And the grenade launcher car outside the bunker is like so OP. Even without them going, like being inside when he got there. They almost get that kill. They're gone. I don't think you chase us. They can't even do the pickaxe. I don't know if this is one of the cars that you can like shoot the driver from the gunner seat. But it was this Deadpool's car, so they might be aware if it is or isn't one of them. Because I personally used one of those car models that you can shoot the driver from the passenger seat. I like that because if a situation like this happens and someone takes my car, then I know if I get in the passenger seat, even if I mess up the pickaxe trick in that moment, that I can just like gun them from the passenger seat. But this is why I was saying that it's like probably ideal to just let this player go. Because you see that there's been like, I don't know how many seconds, but like, let's just call it 30 seconds, where nothing has been going on. They've just been like chasing that car and shooting at it, not really actually progressing that fight and making it better for themselves. And they have no immediate counter to the car. They don't have EMPs, they don't have a bow. So it's like gonna take them long to destroy the car regardless. I feel like I would have wanted to go down into the bunker, but maybe they were concerned about doing that because of this car having a grenade launcher. Like I chase kills a lot in this game, but I feel like knowing when to let the kills go is also a thing as well. That's why the Gatekeeper shotgun is better than the pump. Surprising amount of people using the pump this game, but like, yeah. I think if they both have Gatekeepers, is this Raiden from Metal Gear Solid 2? I think they would have lost that fight. But the fact that he had a Gatekeeper and Deadpool had the pump, the entire fight is dependent on the first shot that Deadpool hits. And they end up not hitting a shot that's good enough. And so GG's to them. This player also doesn't have an item to counter cars, but they carry double heals instead. I don't know if that's something they chose to do, or if they just didn't find something to counter cars with. I feel like either way could be true. But imagine if that Deadpool had EMPs in that situation. Because they had this player incredibly weak off the grenade launcher, and then the player flipped the car and got in it. If they had EMPs to throw down there as the player was flipping the car, that's a fight that's happening, and I think that Raiden is 100% dead. And that's why I think having some item to counter cars is like so important. Like that fight is just completely different, I think. You're gonna buy medkits instead of the med mist. I think that makes sense, but like also like I just don't really think it matters that much. One way or the other. Like I typically just carry one healing item and it's fine. That's a situation where having double heals is great for them because they did take a lot of damage in that fight. But also there was a mending machine there where in the desert where there's a lot of cactus. Like there's usually ways to heal white health. So like, I don't know. I very rarely carry double heal in pubs and it typically works fine. 6 opponents remain. This is a very dead lobby. 1 medallion player on island. Is it this player? Nope. Try Prometheus. Yep. Going for combat shotgun. Deagle. And Magneto. And since they have all the medallions, they could just jump off of island like this. They do have Magneto as well, so it works for that. But they could have just jumped off of island to fight them just fine. Because the Nitro makes it to where you don't take fall damage at all. Break walls, easily find these people ratting. That player probably gets away though. I mean, they might end up finding them, but the damage they got on them is like kind of irrelevant at this point in time. That was scary. I don't know if it was a body shot or a headshot they hit, but if it was only a body shot, a lot of that damage would have already went away because most of it was on overshield. Like, the fact that Deadpool didn't die there is kind of sketchy. Not like sketchy, but like that was a sketchy fight. I feel like they very easily could have lost, even though they seemingly were the better player, obviously very aggressive and decisive. That person backed into a corner with a gatekeeper shotgun versus a combat, that Deadpool has to be like more perfect with their aim, I think. That's a situation where the gatekeeper thrives. And that's personally why I like using the gatekeeper shotgun, is because I feel like most fights result in me just like getting somebody out of a car and then having to fight them very close, or like chasing them as they run for me. And the combat is better when chasing because it has more range, but once you get on the person, I feel like the gatekeeper is a better shotgun. This player hit their shots though, which is good. I'm not sure why they're so intent on destroying everything on the island, but all right. Because if you want someone to rift up here, it'll be easier to kill them with Magneto this way, if there's no cover or anything. You can land on those little ledges on island if you're unaware. 3 people remain. I think this player will end up winning this match and just cleaning up this lobby once they end up finding the people. The car here. The Magneto can destroy the car pretty quickly. You can do the pickaxe? Oh no. And even when the car gets hit by the Magneto, it like reaps its movement as well. That is worst case scenario. It's hard because like when you're in a car that gets Magnetoed, its movement also gets impaired by getting hit by the Magneto. But I think worst case scenario, if somebody's magnetoing you and you're in a car like that, obviously you can get hit through the car, which is bad. But if the car is going to blow up and you get hit by the blow up and then just immediately get magnetoed again, so you're just like stuck there after just getting damaged for a good amount from the car exploding, it's so hard to win that fight, I think. So like if I am in a car that's getting magnetoed, I try to turn the car in such a way to where the Magneto player can't hit me directly, and then get out and glove away. And then hopefully they just hit the car. I don't want to be in it when it blows up because like Magneto is such a devastating item. Both these players are weak. Oh. This is Karma. Now he's getting magnetoed. This player was very weak though, I think. Oh, they just missed. If they hit that, that's maybe a kill. This is GG's now. Yep. Told you. If I stay lagging, ends up hitting that Magneto shot that was like basically on him but somehow missed, I think this Deadpool might have lost the game. Because once you get hit once and you're stun locked, it can be rough. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys found this helpful, informative, interesting. Unfortunately, no matter how informative the video is, like sometimes you're just going to die to the Magneto. Like there are things you can do to hopefully play against it, like I tried to talk about, but it is such a devastating item that yeah, it hits hard, and once you get hit by it, it might be GG's. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you like. It froze while I was doing the outro. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more. Comment down below what you would rate this season out of 10, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.